Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is reaction. And I'm choosing this word because I was teaching a class earlier and I was talking about how as highly sensitive empathic people, a lot of times, we're picking up the feelings that are going on around us. We're picking up on intensity that's happening around us, as well as just feeling our own thoughts, our own ideas, our own emotions. But that sometimes it's actually not the psychic stuff, it's not the emotional stuff, it's actually that we are having a reaction to something in our physical environment or something that we've inhaled or something that we've ingested. And that when we consume or are exposed to things that cause that kind of chemical reaction, it doesn't have to be a physiological response that is sort of typical allergic reaction. It doesn't have to be that we get all red or break out in hives or feel a lot of pain or have difficulty breathing. It can also manifest as emotional distress or physical or mental distress, that we can feel really agitated, really irritated, really emotional, really confused, really overwhelmed, really disoriented. And that sometimes those feelings are not coming from something internal or from our empathy. They're actually coming from something that we're sensitive to and we're reacting to. And in my experience, being aware of this is so important for two reasons. One, because it allows me to make changes in my lifestyle. It allows me to recognize the things that are triggers and avoid them. And then two, to recognize that this too shall pass, that when I'm exposed to something, even if it feels really intense and it feels really strong and really powerful in the moment, sometimes it's just a reaction and it will pass, and it will probably pass quicker than I expect. And so I have an example of this. I had a conversation the other day with a friend who was going through an incredibly difficult time, and they were very, very distressed. They were feeling really overwhelmed and really sad and despairing, and emotionally they were just, on the scale of 0 to 10, they were at like an 11 in terms of just really feeling upset. And so we were talking a lot about stuff, and there were definitely some physical things and some pieces of their experience that were contributing to why they were feeling the way they were feeling. But the emotions were, as my husband would put it, it was like their reaction, it was sort of like they were having like $1,000,000 reaction to $1,000 problem. Like it was like their response was substantially larger than the actual issue at hand. And so we talked for a while, and after a certain point, what they realized was that they had taken a supplement a couple days ago, and that supplement had affected their body and affected their hormones. And what they realized was that often when they're exposed to certain things, and particularly that alter or affect their hormonal system, they go into these kinds of heightened states, moody states. But it was only after talking for a little while and realizing, oh, I'm having a reaction to something, that they were able to recognize the way that it had been influencing their mood and their mind and everything. And by recognizing that, then they were able to relax a little bit, because they knew that it was something that was going to be temporary, and that with time and drinking a lot of water was going to pass and they would feel better. So my question to you is, have you ever noticed yourself having a mental, emotional reaction to something? And if you do, what do you know what those triggers are? Do you know what the things are that you want to be protecting yourself with? And when something like that happens, how do you take care of yourself? How do you deal with it? And can you recognize it so that you can relax even though you're uncomfortable? So I'd love to hear what you have to say. And also, if you haven't already, please like my Facebook page. and go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and go take my What's Your Empathic Type quiz at my website, empathicwoman.com. And also, if you have friends who'd like to hear about this, then please like this, share this, and let them know about me and my daily words.